Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's something to be on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming at you with a new Let's Play series on a game called Wayfinder. I haven't really heard much of this game. I've heard some of you mention it, that you'd like to see me play it, and well, here we go. I actually really like the look of this on the itch.io page, so let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. What is this all about? Okay. Prologue. Light rain. It's always that day. The boy and his father were finally relaxing at the small campsite. The therapist had suggested a camping trip to help them bond a bit and help them take their minds off the upcoming date, a troubling one for their family of 3. The boy wished all of them could have gone together. Unfortunately, fate had other plans, so it was just the boy and his father that day. There were cloudy skies overhead with a small chill to the wind, with the sound of rain not too far off. It looks like rain, his father had said, or at least the boy thought he had said something of the sort as he took in the wet, earthy smell. The campsite overlooked a large forest, lush and expansive. Deciduous trees adorned the land as far as the eye could see, many birds flitting here and there, and the unmistakable visage of raccoons and squirrels foraging in the brush below. The trek up the mountain was almost worth it for the view alone. The boy nodded along to his father's tales of days long gone, half present as the rest of his mind wandered the forest. His mind had him gliding through trees alongside his bird friends, chattering here and there to one another about hiding from the weather, finding food, when they'd all fly toward warmer skies. It was one of those fleeting moments of contentment, a rare thing to come by in a way, yet as refreshing as a seaside tide spray on a sweltering summer's day. Had the boy known then what sort of tragedy was to befall him, would he instead have listened further to his father's tales? Tales of the friend his father had saved from his embarrassment years ago, of the way his father had proposed to his mother, the elopement where that same friend stood as their witness. In times of great sadness or in times of dreadful loneliness, the boy will come to ask himself if things are as bad as that day. That day, the boy's worst day, now seems to stray thought away. Yet his sorrow and regrets always bring him back to this day. This day, in this moment of contentment, where stories of his father and mother blur into daydreams of flying, where he'd always find a small, temporary sanctuary away from grief. The spattering of rain touched the boy's hand, snapping him from his daydreams. Wayfinder. Time to find the way. Alright. Chapter 1. Home at last. I walk up to the student housing building hurriedly, a damp backpack hanging over the shoulder of the arm I'm using to hold my umbrella. My other hand is holding my phone to my ear, listening carefully over the sound of the rain as I try to open the door. Realizing it's locked, I reach my lanyard over to the door to scan it for entry. Of course it doesn't read. Stinking scanners! It's like, coffee time. Oh yeah, that's some good shit right there. Alright. Finally, the scanner reads my card and the door unlocks. I enter the building and shake off my umbrella as I close the door behind me. I ascend the stairs to the 3rd floor and reach my assigned living space. Mom's voice comes through over the phone again as I fumble in my pocket for my keys. Of course, as soon as I manage to get things out of my pocket, I drop them. Oh, fuck off! Excuse me, did I hear you right? I bend down to pick them up, laughing at my clumsiness, the perfect cap off to a frustrating day. Not you, Mom. I dropped my keys. 1 second. Got him. As I rise, I feel the top of my head hitting the doorknob. Oh! I sigh, raising my hand to hold the door to steady myself. That was a very nice doorknob. I look over at the nameplate on the door. There's a smudge where my first name is, so I wipe it off. Finn, okay. What was that? Finn? Did you hit your head again? Maybe. She knows me too well. After finally getting the key in the lock, I unlock the door and open it, turning on the lights. So, are you sure you're okay and don't need me to come down there to get you? I'm fine, Mom. Just got in the apartment. Yes, I am locking the door behind me. I knew she'd ask, so I figured I'd answer beforehand. Okay, just make sure you look... She realizes I also know her too well and laughs. I look past my kitchen and living room area and stop just outside my open bedroom door. Finn, you are going to be here, aren't you? It'll be your father's birthday. I sigh, realizing the date. I walk into the bedroom without even bothering with the light. I won't need it. It's not that dark what with the light from the city coming in through the window and my computer screen being on. Of course, Mom. I wouldn't let you handle all that without me. Thankfully, it's on a Sunday and I don't have classes till Tuesday afternoon, so you don't have anything to worry about. I'll be there. I can just do anything I need to get done Monday. I see fluffy gray furred cat, Linus, tapping the window with his paw. Gotta go, Mom. I need to study and convince Linus that it's too rainy to go out. My mom laughs, probably louder than she meant to. She's already had a few glasses of wine, it seems. Okay then, Flynn. You be good now. I love you. Love you too, Mom. Have a good night over there. I hang up the phone, pocketing it. Dropping my bag off near my bed, I walk up to the pleading feline and pat him on the head. Ignoring the attention, he meows at the window. Liney whiny. It's still raining, you goofball. You'll get sick. Liney whiny. -1, Flynn 0. I sigh, reaching over and moving back the curtains. Then open the window to the fire escape. I lean out for a moment, taking in the sounds of the city as Linus meows to be let through. A cool breeze gently pushes through my curtains. It's almost enough to forget how horrible my day's been so far. Almost. Thank you. Water, coffee now. I think you can hear a cat meowing in the background. I love that. That's a nice touch. I sigh and move backwards to pet Linus. Linus hops up onto the window frame and is outside immediately as I pull back from the window. Nice to see you too. I move back over to my bed and bag on the floor next to it. Leaning on the frame at the foot of the bed, I think back to earlier in the day. It's been a frustrating day to be sure, even before I dropped my keys and hit my head. First, I forgot to upload an assignment to my cloud storage for my desktop for a group project, get it on my laptop. I had to try to remember what I had been working on to help the others in my group. I should probably remember to upload that tonight. Then I couldn't get my mobile pay app to work and held up a line at the coffee shop on campus for a few minutes. It was so embarrassing. Then on my way home from campus, I cut through the park and... Actually, never mind. I don't want to even think about that. It's time to buckle down and study. That history midterm isn't going to pass itself after all. I pull my noise-canceling headphones out of my bag and, walking over to my desk, plug them into my computer. Opening my browser, I scroll through my playlists on a music site to find a good one for studying. After finding one, I pull my laptop out of my bag and plug it into the charger on my desk. I study for about half an hour, making sure to also upload my files to my cloud storage later. My laptop should be fine to use on my bed now, so I unplug my headphones from the desktop and plug them into my laptop. I unplug my laptop from its charger and open it, loading up the same playlist on my browser there. Focusing on the screen, I stand from the seat and move a few feet backward to sit on my bed. When I get to the bed, I put the laptop up against the frame at the foot of the bed so it won't fall off. Sitting down cross-legged on the center of my bed facing the laptop, I pull my textbook out of my bag and open it. Then I get to work. After about another half hour of studying, I start to get a bit drowsy. I notice a faint musky scent, not unpleasant and sort of enticing. That blesses my nostrils after each warm breeze comes in from the window nearby me. I lean back into my mess of pillows, finding them surprisingly warm and sturdy. Probably shouldn't lie back like this. My lower back is going to hate me. I feel strangely comfortable, safe even. As I'm reading my textbook, I realize this feeling of safety has been with me for a while, probably since after the park. I spend another few minutes reading. I feel like I'm lying on a boat and it's rocking on the water. Shit, I dozed off again. The way I'm lying back in my cozy sweater probably didn't help. I snap up quickly, rubbing the sleep from my eyes. Damn it, how long did I fall asleep for? I looked down at my laptop's clock. 12:30 a.m.? I was out for almost an hour. I need some tea. I can't fall asleep until I at least read this chapter and finish the module. I head up out of my room to the small kitchen. It's an extremely nice kitchen, too. I open the small cabinet above my sink and pull out a box of tea bags and grab a clean mug from the dish drying rack next to the sink. Second, Neil. Coffee time. I grabbed my electric kettle to rinse and fill it up with water. After opening the tea bag pocket, I put the bag in the cup and then turn on the kettle heater. I lean against the counter for a minute, watching a small gnat flying around the trash can. Damn, forgot to take the trash out again. Better get that in the morning. I feel the weary spell wearing off and hear the click of the kettle finishing its job. I pour the hot water into the cup slowly, putting a few spoonfuls of sugar in and stirring a bit as the water rises. Once finished, I walk back into my room, looking at the floor as I walk and taking a sip. I close and lock the bedroom door behind me and set the mug down on my desk. I lift my sweater up to remove it, pulling my undershirt up with it a bit. Nice. As the sweater is over my head, I finally look toward my bed and gasp at the sight of a huge fucking werewolf sitting there. Situation hits me as I scream. Ah! What the hell? I try to back out of the room, but my dumb ass locked the door after I shut it. The werewolf, at first wearing a sort of inquisitive expression, suddenly takes on a shocked expression and moves off the bed to rush toward me. This naturally terrifies me. Get the fuck away from me! Nyah! The werewolf places his paws on my shoulders and stares at me, but I'm so freaked out I swing my fists at his chest blindly. This naturally does nothing. Whoa, hey, take it easy there. It's alright, I'm here. His voice is deep and a bit bassy, but not as scary as I expected. He speaks with a faint accent, but I can't quite place it as I'm panicking because now he's a huge fucking talking werewolf. You're talking? What the hell's happening? The werewolf places a hand on the back of my head and the other on my back and pulls me in closer, making shh noises and muffling my protests as my face is held against his thick, furry brown chest. Ooh, what's this? Shh, you're trembling. You must have gone into shock. It's okay, the bad guy can't get you here. I followed you here to make sure you didn't come back. It's understandable to have a panic attack after something traumatic like that. You'll be okay. The wolf is petting my head now, and I'm struggling to push myself away. I finally succeed a bit as my hands push against his obliques, and I find tender muscle. He flinches a bit. What are you talking about? Get away from me! Help! Help! I already helped you. You're having a panic attack from what happened in the park. I scoff and bark back as I pull away at last, the werewolf looking stunned and confused. That is not why I'm freaking out! Get off me! Oh, what made you so scared then? You've got to be kidding me, is he really this dense? You're a werewolf! Werewolves are real? The werewolf scoffs at me and gestures reassuringly. I'm a wolf giant, not a werewolf. We don't really associate with one another. Oh, okay, I see. Sorry for the mix-up. I say this impulsively, then realize the bigger issue. Wait, wolf giants are real too? Well, yeah. But at least I'm not a werewolf. I can help. That was good music. He laughs heartily and pats me on the back. I swat his hand away. That's not any better. You said that as if the concept of wolf giants is less scary than werewolves. It's not. You know that. You know that, don't you? He considers this for a moment, then shrugs. I don't know why you're so surprised about this. You are a finder, after all. I stare at him incredulously as I meet his gaze, his eyes the color of natural jade. I'm a what? After scratching gently at his white muzzle for a few moments, he speaks again. You're a finder. Surely you've already awoken. You can see me for what I am, after all. I'm getting frustrated, so I think how to politely ask the large werewolf man thing to leave. Look, Mr. Wolf Giant? He stands with his arms crossed, looking concerned, but then smiles at me as though pleased with himself. My name is Arkin. Right, Arkin. I'm Flynn. Finn. Listen, I'm sure you're nice and all, and this finder stuff sounds cool, but I really don't want to know more. Oh? Is that so? You sure? Arkin walks over to the bed again and sits on it. Rude! I didn't even invite you into my home, let alone over to my bed. Now you're just relaxing like you own the place. You want to just be a regular old mortal? Yes! I lie. Truthfully, I'm very intrigued, but I have more than enough regular old mortal shit to deal with right now, and I don't need to find more. Thanks. Arkin chuckles a bit, then looks me in the eye again. I might have scared that guy off earlier, but your power helped to save your life tonight, Finder. Don't believe me? Think back to what happened and think about the feelings that you had. The moment I sensed your body tense up when you knew there was danger. I don't want to think about it, but I suppose I should give it a shot. After all, he was right. I remember feeling that exact feeling. I think back to that afternoon. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. But before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you to our gold tier patron, Amr. You are awesome. We love you. We hope you enjoy your new icon. And anyway, if y'all would like to get your names in the credits as little as $5. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!